first new moon of 2026 on January 18th at 1:52 p.m. here in Central Time. The moon is renewing herself at 28 degrees of Capricorn. And this is opening up this brand new lunar cycle, brand new beginning of a new calendar year. And with it, it is a profound invitation to begin again, to begin with intention, with clarity, with purpose. And I'm giggling right now a little bit because when I said that at the beginning here, there's this song that is on repeat in my house. My son is obsessed with it. He sets his alarm to it. Every time we're in the car, we're blasting it, we're singing it on the way home from hockey practice. But it's that song that you hear everywhere right now. It's the at the end of the beginning, another version of me. I was in it. And I can't stop singing it now. And now you're welcome because now it's in your head too. And no, I absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt that I will not quit my day job to start singing. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. On a very serious note, all of the Capricorn aspects of me are freaked out that I just sang on this podcast right now, but probably lost some followers over that, or maybe you just fell in love with me a little bit more. But on a very serious note, I think we all need to laugh a little bit because the landscape right now is so serious. It's so heavy. I am feeling this in a major way. Capricorn season, I love you. I love Capricorn. I am very much Capricorn. I have Saturn on the sun. And we need to talk about this new moon because I've had so many people that are feeling this. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling this so much. Last night, I held space for a sound bath at Notice Wellness, and there was just this collective urgency of I need to be in this room from people who attended. I need to be in this room. I need this right now. What is happening, Ashley? What is going on? It's so heavy. It is heavy in so many ways. Pressure makes a diamond heavy. I love that. Because this new moon is very intentionally that way. It's all about long-term vision. This is not a moon that's about the quick fix. It's not an instant gratification. It's about the slow. It's about the steady building of something that lasts. And if you have any cracks in your foundation, anything that you have not yet handled or let go of, there's pressure. There's pressure being put on for a very good reason, because the universe wants you to be able to start fresh and wants to be able to bring in all of those beautiful things that you are visioning. And if you started your goal planning with the calendar year, the universe wants to support you in that. But in order to do that, you have to make some space. You have to let go. You have to surrender. And that can be a little bit heavy. Capricorn is not known for its way of being, how do I say, empathetic to your problems. Capricorn is about not having problems to begin with because we've set up a strong foundation. We've followed a plan. We have things in order. Well, Capricorn, that's not how we are all wired. If I know some people that are, and I love that for them. I actually wish that I had more of that. Even though I have Saturn on the sun, which I kind of, in a lot of ways, wish that that was more amplified. If you could have a more amplified Saturn placement or sun placement, I really appreciate this energy. It's so grounding, and it's so stoic, and it's so strong. I really, really love Capricorn. And I love this time of year for that reason, because we feel like we need to get our shit together. God, that feels so good. But the reason it feels that way is, especially right now with this new moon, there's so much Capricorn energy. And so let's talk about Capricorn so we can understand why. Capricorn is the architect of the zodiac, the builder, the CEO. And Capricorn rules our foundations in life. This is an earth sign. Rules structures, responsibility, mastery, achievement, all of those. Oh, those are such sexy words. And at the same time, we can't embody that at all times. I mean, maybe you can, and that's amazing, but that also makes me feel, if it makes you feel, a little bit like, oh, I'm behind. Oh, I need some work to be done here. I need to get to work. I need to be more productive. And so this is an energy that we're all feeling with this new moon of some heavy questions coming about what are you building this life for? And why does that matter to you? I think that is so important to really sit with that, is the things that you're building. Are you doing it intentionally? Is it where your heart is? Are you doing what you're doing because you love it, or are you doing it because you are so conditioned? It's so ingrained in your external reality to be where you're at, to follow the rules, to follow someone else's plan of what everyone else is doing. Not in the way of like copying, but just like that's the way that you do it. You've done it this way. We have done it this way. Everyone does it this way. This is the right way to do it. That in itself can be a low road operation level for Capricorn, because Capricorn loves tradition and it loves to follow the process and to do things the same way, repetition. And at the same time, though, when you can harness that energy and make it, when you can harness that archetype and make it your own, that's when the magic of Capricorn can really be infused, because then it is your own power. It's your own it's your own authenticity. It's your own mastery. You're not building mastery for someone else. You're not building someone else's legacy. You're doing it for you. So it's taking that drive and that personal weight that is felt, that we all feel like we need to achieve something, that we need to build something, that we're here for a reason and we have a purpose. Well, if you're not aligned with your purpose, whose purpose are you aligned with? And that may be why you're feeling a little bit heavy as we approach this new moon, because there is so much Capricorn energy with this moon. It does feel really heavy. It really does. And it feels heavy because everything is about to change. And the universe wants you to be ready for that. And so, how Capricorn helps to get you ready for that is Capricorn doesn't rush, is not about quick fix, is not about knee-jerk reactions. This is very calculated, very planned, very prepared. But Capricorn endures. It endures. I don't know why that word sounds really weird to me right now. Endures. But it endures because there's a lesson in that. There's a high road and a low road of that energy. Are you enduring what you are enduring because it's what you've always done, what you thought that was your life plan? Someone told you that this is how you build a life, and you've woken up inside of this daily routine, this daily life that doesn't really reflect how you feel on the inside. It may look successful on the outside. It may look productive. It may look like your neighbors or everyone, all of your friends in your friends group, and you're all going to, the same places, and you have the same schools, and you have this sameness, right? And everyone's marching to the same drum. But are you enduring that because it's building towards what you really desire and what you want your legacy to be? Or are you waking up and realizing that that's not your story? And that's okay. That's okay. That may be where you're at on your journey. But what Capricorn teaches us is that success comes from persistence. It comes from discipline, and it comes from aligned effort over time. Whatever you focus on, you can achieve. But right now, with this new moon and the start of this year, where everything is at, that aligned effort is asking for you to take that in the direction of your soul, in the direction of your heart. And so under this moon, it's not about having all your shit together. Okay, so take a little, we don't have to have all our shit together, but it is about getting really freaking clear about what you want and clear on your goals, clear on your intentions, clear on what no longer aligns with what you're calling in. And sometimes that's not clear right away. And if I'm being honest, there's very good reason if you don't feel clarity yet. And I'm going to talk about that in this episode because there's a lot of major changes happening. I've been talking about this for a while, but there's a lot of major changes happening. And it's okay if you're not clear yet, because I understand this on such a deeply personal level that sometimes that void space, it takes time. There are some things that have to happen in order for clarity to come. And that's why I know that it is so important to tune in to where you're at in your journey, because maybe that time for you, there's some things that need to happen in order for that clarity to come. But there's also this time right now of preparation. And so what that may feel like is, like I said, Capricorn energy in its lower vibrations, that can feel heavy if you're not used to it. If you're not a very heavily earth-centered person, meaning you don't have a lot of earth in your chart, it can be a very pressure type situation that you're experiencing. It feels like pressure. It's like this weight of responsibility on your chest. And you may notice that some of the thoughts that have been coming up is, I should be further along right now. How am I here? Why am I trying so hard and I'm not getting anywhere? I really need to get serious right now. Why am I not more motivated? If I'm unhappy and I know what I want, why aren't I motivated to do the things that will get me to that place that I know that I want to be? If that's coming up for you, nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong at all. Those are the questions that come up under a sky like this. This new moon, especially, but all new moons are an internal time. There is no light in the sky. We know this. We go inward under a new moon. The energy is lower because it's a reflective time. We're listening to our inner guidance. We're listening to our inner navigation system. There's nothing to be illuminated on the outside right now. So it's very intentional that we hear what is going on inside, that we connect with our intuition and our heart and our higher selves. And what this moon, and well, I keep saying this moon, but what all new moons ask is for you to go internal and do the internal work, because it's your internal, you turn inward before we take action outward, right? And so often what happens is that before a new moon, things that come up to the surface are things, we're shown the things that we don't want, that make us uncomfortable, that make us pause and think, is this what I want of myself? Is this what I want of my life? And it's very intentional that that comes up right before a new moon, because it's at the new moon that we plant our seeds of intention. And if you have, let's say, in your garden bed, thank you, Stephanie Powers, for this beautiful visual, the garden bed. If you're planting seeds in the garden bed of your desires, of your hopes, wishes, and dreams, and you have, it's overgrown. If you have dead things in there that have long been gone that you're just holding on to, there's no room to plant those seeds. If your soil is malnourished, how do you expect these new seeds to grow? And so before a new moon, we're shown the things that need to go, that need to be released. Released with love, of course. We're planting something new. This is a rebirth situation here. But we're shown those things so that we can tend and remove them, so that when we plant seeds, we're intentionally only putting our energy and our effort into things that we want, and we're not overcrowded with the things that we don't want. And so what is so beautiful, we talked about a lot of Capricorn heaviness, but I want to also point out and talk, kind of look at the other side here. There's so much beauty in this new moon. I'm so excited for this. I am so excited for this. You are, Ashley, after all that you just said, are you really excited about this? I am, because if you speak the language of astrology, please look at the chart for the new moon. It is amazing. There is so much support. It's extraordinary how we are being so supported with this new moon, because there's so many planets in Capricorn right now. Every single planet is activated and tied to this new moon. The support that's coming in is really, it's incredible. This is a moon to really be intentional about harnessing what you desire and working with this one. The moon is joined, obviously the sun and the moon are in Capricorn, but Mercury is there and Mars is there, and close enough at the time, Venus is in close enough proximity, as well as Pluto. They're all clustered right around this new moon that's happening in Capricorn at 28 degrees. This is rare. This is potent. This is powerful. And all of that Capricorn energy, all of the things that we talked about, the grounding, the structure, the seriousness, the ambition, the achievement, the legacy conversations, the heaviness, the responsibility, well, it's all being supported or balanced. I'm going to say balanced because sometimes we don't, it's not the support, it's more in the balance of energy that we need. But Jupiter is directly opposite in Cancer. And if you've been feeling this building, you are right tuned in, because there has been something stirring beneath the surface. There is a planetary shift. They're all moving in this way. And the message that I am pulling from this is so overwhelming, in that this is going to be very motivating. This is a very motivating time with Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter in Cancer is soft and tender and nurturing, and it opens up this well of emotion and just love. And that is very much not Capricorn energy. That's why, thank God, Jupiter's over there holding fort in Cancer to bring some of that softness. But it's not softness that's going to coddle you. And be like, oh, it's okay. It's not like that. It is a softness that's a superpower. It's a softness that's going to remind you why you're doing this. And the why you're doing this, there is a lot of flavor with this new moon on this new chapter of life that you're not going back. You can't go back anymore. And this moon is here to remind you of your why. And your reason why is your past. Your reason why is your past experiences. Your reason why is your grief. It's your growth. It's your letting go, because all of that is your fuel now. And just think about, if you think about the heaviness, that feeling of stress and unmotivatedness, well, it takes a lot to turn that into fuel. That's my Scorpio coming in here, looking at it from this way, of course. But it's fuel because we're truly at an end of an era right now, because Neptune, shortly after this new moon, is leaving Pisces for good. We will never live another day in this body, in this vessel. None of us in these bodies will ever experience another day where Neptune is in Pisces. That's a final chapter. And there is this profound sense of closure happening. And Neptune's preparing to leave Pisces, and Neptune has been in Pisces since 2011. Oh my gosh. That is, I've lived an entire lifetime since 2011. I started a life in 2011. And now there's a finality here that everything within that lifetime has never experienced a day without Neptune in Pisces. That is wild. This moon is part of a final clearing. It is this fog lifting. And I talked about clarity coming out of this new moon, or coming to this new moon. Well, if you haven't been feeling clear, there's a very good reason for that. Neptune has been in Pisces. Oh my gosh. Neptune has been in Pisces. The story is now finally making sense. The illusion is dissolving, and you are being supported to walk forward with clarity. And that is so wild to me. I love Pisces energy. I mean, I am a 12th house stellium. I am a Pisces moon. I love Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. But I am so ready for Neptune to get out of Pisces. This is the moment when Neptune walks into Aries. This is the moment where you realize that you are your own hero now, and you always have been. The fog is lifting, there's clarity coming in, and that is so powerful. It's so powerful because this is all brand new. And so here's this invitation that I see from this new moon. This is not about rushing. This is very much about preparing. This is not about force. This is not a time to push, to white knuckle and grind, grin and bear it. It's not. This is time to prepare. And so what do you want to commit to? What do you want to build? Because all of those planets in Capricorn, oh my gosh, breaking them down just simply, Mercury's in Capricorn. Mercury is your mind. This moon is bringing in serious thinking. It's bringing in strategic planning. It's bringing in mental focus. This moon is interacting with Venus, clarifying what you are committed to. Venus wants to commit under this moon and wants to commit financially, energetically, emotionally. And then we have Mars in Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn is motivation with purpose. But since it's Capricorn, that's why I said this is not about rushing. It's not about forcing. It's taking aligned action that's intentional, not reactive. And then with Pluto close enough, infused with this moon, here come the power moves. Here comes deep embodiment and becoming the authority of your own life. That's a lot. Like, whoa, Ashley, you said we didn't have to have our shit together, but it sounds like you have to have your shit together. Yeah, but Jupiter is across the zodiac, across the pond in Cancer, softening all of that force. And again, reminding you why you're doing this. And that is the fuel. When it comes from your heart, that is the fuel. So then what structures do you need to support that? That is what you can build out with this new moon. What foundations, what daily practices can you do to support that clarity that you now see so clearly, where you're going, what you want? You don't have to have it all figured out yet. No. You just need to prepare. Set the routines, create the systems, get really honest with what you want to build, and dream, but dream responsibly. This is a Capricorn moon. We want to build it in the physical. You are that vessel to bring that tangible vision that you have into reality, right? And to put a very Scorpio spin on this, you are what gives that vision skin. You are what takes that of which you are visualizing and makes it real, your vessel. And so that couldn't be more true for me. Under this new moon, this is happening in my first house. And so this new moon for me is all about my identity. It is all about embodiment and becoming the version of myself that I already see so clearly. So I have been watching Neptune because I am a 25-degree Pisces moon. So Neptune has been the last few years really working its magic. But really, since 2011, has been moving through the house of my most sacred self. And so I've been watching this transit so closely. And though, yes, it has been mystical, yes, it has been magical, at the same time, it has been incredibly ungrounding, incredibly confusing, incredibly foggy. And I can feel Neptune moving away. I can feel Neptune moving into Aries. And I have never been so connected to my vision. I have never been this clear about what I want. I have never seen with such vivid clarity where I'm going ever in my life. And it is so exciting. It's so unbelievably exciting because I know it will happen. I know that it's happening. I've never been more aligned with a vision of my future. And so I feel, oh my gosh, I feel this Capricorn pressure. This Capricorn pressure is like, okay, you see it, let's go. Put it in your skin, let's go, put it on, wear it. What now? What are you going to do now? How are you going to set this up? And what I have learned is this: it's not my job to define every step. I can get so stressed out. I can get so overwhelmed with how things look right now, and taking radical action as fast as I can to make as many things happen. It may look like I'm doing that actually with all of the things that are happening right now, but I am very much intentionally balancing that with letting go of control, letting go of the outcomes. It's not my job to define every step, but it is my job to embody the final step. It is my job to take actions as that version of me would do, because that's real. I wouldn't have that vision. I wouldn't have that clarity if that wasn't real. And it's my job to trust the timing and to move with intention and not control. Oh, and that's so hard for a Scorpio, not to control everything. But this moon, this time of year, this Capricorn season is helping me to update my daily life so that it reflects where I'm going. So I invite you to look at your chart, look at where you have Capricorn, 28 degrees of Capricorn. That area of life is where you are asked to get really serious right now. This is a new chapter beginning here, a new beginning. And this is where you put in some strong structure, some strong foundation. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off big time. Big time. Jupiter's blessing this area. And this is where the seeds that you plant right now are going to grow. They're going to grow slow, but they're going to grow steady. You're going to nurture them, and they're going to grow powerfully. And when we are standing under that big, beautiful full moon, Capricorn full moon during Cancer season, we're going to celebrate because all this hard work is going to pay off. We're going to grow so much. It's going to be the best moon of the year. Okay? Deal? All right. Now, speaking of Capricorn energy, commitment, and delivery and embodiment, I want to share with you some of the things that I'm building right now because there's a lot going on over here. So the first thing that I want to introduce and talk about here is the monthly women's circles happening at Divine North. I am holding space in these circles. They're going to be the start of every astrological season. So we can come together and gather as women and come together around the theme of what that season is gifting us. What are we learning? What is coming into focus for us? The first one is it's next Thursday, so that is the 22nd of January. It's at 5:30 at Divine North. And we're going to gather in circle, and we're going to reflect on Aquarius season. No astrology knowledge necessary at all. I'm here to guide. We're going to do a cacao ritual to really connect and open up our heart space. And there'll be time to journal and jumping over my words here, light meditation, a little sound healing, just a beautiful way for us to connect in community. So all tickets are on my website, and I always have a link in my Instagram bio too, ashleybelleastrology.com. And with that, continuing with the cycles. So every new moon and every full moon, I will be holding space with sound baths at Divine North. So the first one is actually this Sunday for this new moon that we're talking about right here, the Capricorn new moon. So if you want to come, this is going to be, they're designed to be grounding, to help our nervous system regulate, to help us to untangle any of the noise and the heaviness so that we can welcome in clarity and renewed energy. Now, astrology and wine. Yes, 2026 astrology and wine. So the first event of January is actually on Friday, January 23rd, and it's at Up North Social, and this one's called Taste Your Element, and we are blending together the 4 elements of astrology with a blind tasting. So it's 8 wines. The twist here is we're doing a little dry-ish January. So we are going to be tasting each element, 2 wines per element. One will be a regular wine, but one will be a non-alcoholic wine. So you get to challenge, test your palate in a whole new way, but also discover yourself through the lens of the elements through wine. Super fun. So that is at Up North Social at 6 p.m. on January 22nd. And then on January 23rd, I'm going down to Minneapolis. I'm going to be back at Troubadour for another astrology and wine night there. Super excited about that too. There are a few tickets left there. If you are in the Minneapolis area or you're going to be, I would love to see you at Troubadour. It's such a special place. I just love being there. Brian is super awesome to work with. He's going to be there, and I have talked about this on my socials, but lots happening that night. That is January 24th, starting at 5 p.m. So get your tickets for that. And then, of course, all of the in-person opportunities to meet with me at Divine North. My schedule is filling up. So grab any of those spots that you are interested in or that work for your schedule. But of course, I always have online virtual appointments available as well. And I just want to throw this out there because there's so many things in the works right now, so many seeds being planted. But if you are feeling called to collaborate, if you have a vision for something, if you want to incorporate astrology and wine, sound healing into any type of event that you are doing, let's do it. I travel, okay? I love to travel and I love co-creating. So send me an email, send me a DM on Instagram. Let's build something together in 2026. All right, you guys, a little closing thought, closing blessing for this new moon. This new moon is asking you to trust yourself, to really trust the vision, and to take the next step, not all the steps, just the next step, and then the next, and then the next. You are not behind. You are not behind. You are right on time. You have not missed the boat. You are right exactly where you're meant to be. You're just tuning in. You're getting more informed. You're getting more sharp, aware, and it's beautiful. From my heart to yours, happy new